These are the best settings you should be using for Warzone. With the new Black Ops 6 integration, I believe these to be what you should be rocking. With controller sensitivity, I prefer to play a higher sense. I always have. I'm not sure whether this game you benefit from playing a higher sense. For the past 2 years, you've always benefited from rocking anywhere between 6 to 9. Anywhere higher, you will always get gunned by somebody on a lower sense. That's just always how it's been. For the past 2 years, that is anyway. I've been really enjoying a higher sense on this game though. With all the movement that's in the game, it feels like you do benefit a little bit more. But for now, I'm just trying it out. But for the general player base, I would definitely recommend anywhere between 6 to about 9. But it's completely up to you. Personal preference, of course. Controller vibration, keep that off. If you're rocking it, turn it off, please. Left stick, I have that on 5 dead zone. This is a really important one as well. Left stick max. If you're not familiar with what this is, this means you move your left stick, it'll take less to activate the sprint. So if I go like halfway, per se, or 3/4 of the way, I will be at full sprint or the maximum movement, if you know what I mean. And that means rotational aim assist kicks in a lot sooner and consistently. So if you're not rocking 70, definitely change that. This will help with movement as well. It will activate your auto attack sprint a lot faster, meaning you can slide a lot quicker and be a little bit more fluid on the map. Right stick I have on 3. Keep this anywhere between 3 and 5. I find that to be the best. Obviously, if you have an older controller where you get major stick drift, turn it up a little bit, but I really wouldn't exceed anywhere higher than like 6 or 7. That's a bit overkill. Rest of these don't really matter. Just keep the left triggers and stuff on the lowest. Sensitivity multiplier 0.9. Best to have it. Aiming at advanced settings. So dynamic I find to be the best. Some people rock linear, but honestly I think they're smoking meth. That's just me though. Everybody rocks dynamic, all the top players, including myself. Custom sensitivity zoom, you don't need to mess with any of that. Just keep everything on 0.9 and rock dynamic. Movement. Tactical sprint assist. Best one. ATS without actually having to do anything. Frontal assist I have off. There's a few bugs with it and I might change it. I'll let you guys know if so, but I don't think you need it at all. Crouch assist off. Corner slicing, make sure you have this off. Obviously if you're shouldering a doorway or peeking a doorway, you do not want your aim to be thrown off because your character is leaning like a gangster. Slide and dive behavior hybrid. It's the fastest way to dive and move around the map. The other one you could use if you don't want to use hybrid is tap to slide, and you can change the slide dive activation delay to short, so you don't have to obviously hold in circle or B as long as, you know, this, whatever, however long that is, you know. I don't know, I did rock that for a period of time. Hybrid is just way superior, and I do recommend you guys get used to that. Automatic airborne mantle, have that on partial. Sprint restore on. Parachute automatic behavior, keep that off. Mantle cancels reload, make sure that is on. You do not want to be stuck by a window reloading and then somebody pushes you and you have to finish off your reload before you can even vault out the window. Like, you do not want to find yourself in that situation. Movement advanced settings. Plunging underwater, keep that on 3. Grounded mantle, have that on. Warzone 3, that used to be the best setting to have because you would mantle a lot faster and be able to, like, way quicker with it. In this game, I'm not sure if the same applies. I don't think it does, but just keep it on anyway. Armor plate behavior, apply all 1 by 1 for the C4 detonation. Combat advanced settings, you want tap to interact. It'd be hold to reload and then tap to interact with literally everything. It's just the most effective way to get around the map and loot off rip. There's not anything better. Display settings real quick. Nothing special at all. which goes to the quality. You guys want to keep everything on the lowest possible. You want this on 100 on your max render resolution beyond. For the upscaling and sharpening, you want the fidelity CAS. I have fidelity CAS strength on 90, VRAM scale target 70, anywhere between 70 80 is usually the sweet spot. Variable rate shading, that is the only thing you're going to want on in this whole page. It's really good for FPS. So for everything else, you want to keep it low, off, very low, low, minimal, just everything off and everything low from variable rate shading and below. I run 113. It's personal preference whether you rock between 110 or 120, but that's usually the sweet spot. I've always rocked a little bit of a lower sense just because it makes my shot a little bit more consistent. And with 27-inch monitors, if you have one of those, there's some like science behind it where your eyes can actually take in the whole monitor at once. 24-inch is like the perfect size, so I feel like shrinking my screen in a little bit obviously helps with, you know, viewing the game. I don't really know how to explain it. I watched a video on it ages ago. I'm not chatting out my ass, I promise. ADS photo view, effective, wide. Oh, and this is a very important one too. You got to make sure you have this on the least. It's default 100 for no reason whatsoever, but you do not want your camera shaking around all the fucking time. Completely pointless. Inverted flashbang. I like to have this on. I don't know why it's turned itself off. Instead of obviously getting flashbanged IRL, your screen just goes black instead. And I find that a lot less overwhelming. I can't really help you with audio. Art as well released a new video, and this is completely a third-party software to make the audio actually sound good. The only thing I can say is for the audio mix, either rock bass boost or sucker punch or the Treyarch mix. See whatever's your best. If you're on PC, I would recommend going to the Art as War video, doing all the audio so you can actually hear everything, because the audio still is garbage with it, but it definitely makes it 100 times better. For the interface, this is probably the last thing that I'm going to go over. They recently introduced the crosshairs. I always keep my center dot on the largest, just I just find it the best for centering. You can see obviously your dot a little bit more, and you can make it really vibrant with the crosshair color. I like to keep it pink because pink doesn't blend in with everything. Obviously like a green could blend in with some bushes and you might not be able to see it as much, and it might fuck up with your centering and whatnot. So I like to keep it just a vibrant color that doesn't really match anything else in the environment. And yeah, I think that's it. I just kept running. Reload. Pardon me? Fucking hell.
From that squad. Hunt them down.
Fucking team wiped them. Jesus. The one must have died.
UAV in.
Oh, the team wipe.
Thanks for the work. UAV overflight terminated.
We've located the rest of them.
My bullets are just not going anywhere.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Destroyed. Use your tactics. Ground. Moving.
Always getting sniped, bro.
Attack map. Hunt down the rest of them. Confirmed. Located the rest of them. Operators from that squad. Hunt.
He almost got me.
The rest of that squad on your tac.
Crazy.
Get. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. Operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Hunting the rest of them. Kill confirmed. We've located the rest of them. Marking the rest of that squad. Enemy
Fucking rats.
Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunting. From that squad. Hunt them down.
So teammate. Oh my god. Even shooting me.
Enemy UAV overhead. Gas moving in. left in the Warzone. Stay alert.
Dead.